Hi, so this lesson is on circle geometry involving two or more circles, that is, contact of circles. If two circles share a tangent, the straight line joining their centers is called the line of centers. So if we look at these circles, we can name this A and this B. They share a tangent. This is the tangent, and this is the center, and this is the center. So this straight line that joins the centers is called the line of centers. Even if you look at circle C and circle D, this is the center and this is the center. So the straight line joining their centers is called the line of centers, and this is the tangent. The circles will have one point of contact. The point of contact of the circles lies on the line of centers. So you can see that this point of contact lies on the line of centers. And also for C and D, it also lies on what? On the line of centers. The two circles can touch each other either internally or externally. So these 2 points touch each other externally. This is externally. These two circles touch each other externally, but these two circles touch each other internally, since one circle is inside the other circles. So this is external and this is internal. If the circles touch externally, the distance between their centers is the sum of their radii. So if we look at this, these circles touch externally, right? So the distance between their centers is the sum of the radius of A and the radius of B. So if we can say that A plus B is equal to what? The distance between their centers, that is distance between centers. Also, for circles that touch internally, if the two circles touch internally, the distance between their centers is the difference of their radii. So it just means that these two touch internally, right? So C minus D is the distance between their centers. Now let us proceed to an example. A and B are the centers of two circles which touch each other externally. This is A and this is B. They touch each other externally like this. Both circles touch a third circle center C internally. This is the circle center C, and they touch the circle internally. If AB is equal to 13 centimeters, this is AB, it is 13 centimeters. BC is equal to 14 centimeters. And CA is equal to 11 centimeters. Calculate the radii of the circles. So we want to calculate the radius of A, which is A, the radius of B, which is small b, and the radius of C, which is small c. And we know that from what we have said, circles that touch each other externally, the distance between their radius is A is the sum of the two radius. So we can say that A plus B is equal to 13 like this. And if two circles touch each other internally, the distance between their radius is the difference between their radius. So we can say that C minus A is equal to 11 and C minus B is equal to 14, since the distance between their centers is the difference of their radius as the circles touch each other internally. And now the next thing that we do is we subtract. This we name it equation 1, this is equation 2, this is equation 3. So the next thing is we subtract equation 3 from 2. So if we say C minus C, then minus A minus B is what? It's minus A plus B is equal to 11 minus 14. This is equal to negative 3. like this. Then we add equation. This will be equation 4, equation 1, and equation 4. If we are to add equation 1 and 4, we say a minus a is 0, a plus minus a is 0, b plus b, it will be 2b, which is equal to 13 plus negative 3, which is equal to 10, and therefore b is equal to 5. 2 into 2, 1, 1, 2 into 10, it's 5, so b is equal to 5. Then the next thing that we do is we substitute 5 for b in equation 1. So if we substitute 5 for b, it becomes a plus 5 in equation 1 is equal to 13. We just substituted 5 for b here. So a is equal to 13 minus 5. So a is equal to 8. So we now have a and b. Now for c, we substitute 8 for a in equation 2. Equation 2 says c minus a is equal to 11. We substitute 8 for a in 2, right? Then it becomes c minus a is equal to 11. And it becomes c is equal to 11 plus 8. Since we moved 8 to this side, it changes signs. So c is equal to 19. Now we have c, a, b, and c. A is equal to 8, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 19. We have worked their example. We have calculated the radius. The radius for circle A, 8, circle B, 5, and circle C, 19. Now let us proceed to example 2. Example 2, the diagram shows 3 circles which touch each other externally. If the centers of the circles form a triangle with sides of length 9 cm, 7 cm, and 6 cm, calculate the radii of the circles. And we know that if circles touch each other externally, the sum of their radii is the difference between their centers, right? So we can name the radius of circle A as A. This is A, this is A, and this is B, and this is B, this is C, and this is C. So the first thing that we do is we write the equations. It's A plus B is equal to 9. This is 9 centimeters. B plus C is equal to 7. This is 7. And A plus C is equal to 6. So first, what do? We name these equations 1. This is equation 2, and this is equation 3. Then next, we subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Now this will be equation 4. Then the next step, we add equation 3 and equation 4. If we say A plus A is 2A, C minus C is 0, right? Is equal to 6 plus 2 is 8. So we then divide by 2 both sides like this. 1, 1, 1, 4. So A is equal to 4. Then the next step, we now have A, right? We write it here, the next step. We then substitute 4 for A. We substitute 4 for A in equation 1. So it becomes, equation 1 was A plus B is equal to 9. So it becomes 4 plus B is equal to 9. Then we move 4 to this side. It becomes 4B is equal to 9 minus 4. So B is equal to 5. We now have B. We are left with C. We then substitute 5 for B in which equation? 5 for B in equation 2. Question 2 says b plus c is equal to 7. So it becomes 5 plus c is equal to 7. C is equal to 7 minus 5. Since we moved 5 to this side, it changes the sign. So C is equal to 2. Now we have our A, B, and C. A being 4, B being 5, and C being 2. We have calculated the radii. The radius of circle A is 4, the radius of circle B is 5, and the radius of circle C is equal to 2. Now let us proceed to exercise. May you please carry out the exercise that is on the screen and check out the solution thereafter. So we'll start with number 1. In figure 3.5, this is 3.5. Calculate the radii of the circles. If AB is equal to 11 centimeters, BC is equal to 8 centimeters, and CA is equal to 9 centimeters. And we know that if circles connect externally, then it means the sum of their radii is the distance between their centers. So it means we can say this is A, the radius of A is small a, the radius of B is small b, and the radius of C as small c, like this. So we can say that A plus B is equal to 11, and then C minus B is equal to 8, and C minus A is equal to 9, like this. So the first thing that we can do here is we can add equation 1. This is equation 1, and this is equation 2, and this is equation 3. Add 1 and 2. If we add equation 1 and 2, A plus this, there is no A here, so it's A. And then B plus minus B is 0, right? Then this plus this is C. So A plus C is equal to 19, and this becomes our equation number 4. Then the next thing that we can do is we add equation 3 and equation 4. If we add equation 3 and 4, we say C plus C is equal to 2C, and minus A plus A is 0, right? Is equal to 9 plus 19, this is 28. Then we divide both sides by 2, like this. So then it becomes C is equal to 14. We now have our C. The next thing that we do is we substitute 14 for C in equation 2. Equation 2 said C minus B is equal to 8. It becomes 14 minus B is equal to 8. Then we move B to this side and 8 to this side. It becomes B is equal to 14 minus 8. So B is equal to 6. We now have our B. Then next we substitute 6 for B in equation 1. Equation 1 was saying A plus B is equal to 11. So it becomes A plus 6 for B is equal to 11. So it becomes A is equal to 11 minus 6. Therefore, A is equal to 5. Now we have our A being 5, B 6, C being 11. We can check this out. If we say A plus B is equal to 11, 6 plus 5 is 11. Then C minus B is equal to 8. 14 minus 6 is 8. Then C minus A is equal to 9. 14 minus 5 is 9. So we have found the radii. A being 5, B being 6, and C being 14. Question number 2. In fig 3.6, this is 3.6, calculate the radii of the circles if their centers form a triangle of sides 5, 6, and 7 centimeters. And we know that these circles, they connect externally, so the distance between their centers is equal to the sum of the radii. So we can name this A, this B, and this C, these circles. So we know that the radius of A plus the radius of B is equal to 5 centimeters. And the radius of B plus the radius of C is equal to 6 centimeters. And the radius of A plus the radius of C is equal to 7. This is A, B, this is B, C, this is C, this is A, like this. So the first thing that we do is these equations. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, like this. And then next we subtract 2 from 3. We can subtract equation 2 from 3, right? It becomes A minus this, it's A, then C minus this, and then it's 0. C minus C is 0. Then minus B is equal to 1. This will be our equation number 4. Then the next thing is we add equation 1 and equation 4. If we add these two, it becomes A plus A is 2A. Then B minus B is 0 is equal to 5 plus 1 is 6. Therefore, then next we divide by 2 both sides. This becomes 3A is equal to 3. We now have our A. Then the next thing, we substitute 3 for A in equation 1. Equation 1 says A plus B is equal to 5. It becomes 3 plus B is equal to 5. Therefore, B is equal to 5 minus 3. We have moved 3 to this side. B is equal to 2. Now we have A and B. So the next thing is we substitute 2 for B in equation 2 for B in equation 2. It becomes 2 plus C is equal to 6. Instead of B, we just wrote 2. So it becomes C is equal to 6 minus 2. So C is equal to 4. Like this. So we can check our answer. A plus B is equal to 5. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5, right? B plus C is equal to 6. 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. A plus C is equal to 7. 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. So we now have our 3 radii, A being 3, B being 2, and C being 4. We have completed exercise question number 2. Now, thank you for watching my video. May you please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Free Tutorials ZW, for more video tutorials.